What's going on, people? Welcome back to another Jerky Racks and Vlogs. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. It'll definitely help my channel out. So, definitely don't forget to do that before you guys watch my videos. So, today, Brighton 2, Tottenham 2. So, it wasn't necessarily a good performance, to be honest, considering that the way we conceded those goals were from errors from our midfield and the defense. But after conceding twice early on from Brighton, we managed to come back from 2-0 down to tie it to 2-2 and snatch a point from Brighton. And let's be honest, I thought that we could win this by a small margin, considering that, yes, Brighton got some good players in, but their defense is also shaky at some times when they're either conceding goals or losing matches. So, but I was wrong, unfortunately, and considering that the way we've allowed them to score on us, our defense was just opened up like a bag of potato chips, as well as our midfield. If I want to be honest, I think both of the goals that Brighton scored on us, like, we could have done better with not not allowing that to happen. But considering that we also had chances that we should have scored if we had such as the opportunities in the first half, and when bringing on some substitutions, we could have definitely got more goals instead of the two goals you have scored already. We could have at least tried to win this game, but unfortunately, we have to take a point, and just we have to move on. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But I'll get into the match quickly. Right from the start, I think we were just a bit shaky in the start. We weren't allowing Brighton to get much, but of course, we didn't really do a threat to Brighton's side. We had some opportunities to score, where specifically Richarlison had a chance, but it just went wide, and as well as Udogi, of course. Considering that we started him and Bentancur, and we also rested Sarr, Simmons, and we also started Odeberg. The same. Not sure if not confident if we could get this over the line, and considering that we were were open when we conceded early again, where Rudder played a through ball to Minty, and specifically our defense was just wide open. We were just giving him space, just like social distancing during the COVID pandemic. He allowed him to run past Vicario and score. And to be honest, if that was offside, that would have been fine, but Romero was just being clueless, and the dude played him all inside. So we were 1-0 down then. And after that, Brighton just started attacking, and I think they started increasing their tempo, to be honest. I think Udogi was getting cooked at some points, and Brighton were the ones trying to score in this case, and they were trying to get behind our high defense line. But Vicario saved it pretty well, and we were pretty compact until the second this after 30 minutes. But we had some chances we could have equalized, where Richarlison had opportunity from Poro. He went straight behind the defense, but the dude striked his shot straight into the side netting. If he had just got on target, it would have been 1-1, because I think that would have gone in, or at least the goalkeeper would have tried to save it. So there was a shot off target, and Odeberg had a chance as well, where the Brighton defender deflected a cross into his pass. He took one touch, but if he had just timed it right into the goal and straight put it right in the target, that would have also gone into. We should have at least scored two, but both of the shots that we took went wide, and we were punished for it, where Burvell gave away the ball to the Brighton player Ayari, and the dude just took his chance outside of the penalty area, and it went straight in net. I think Vicario should have done way much better than that because when the dude was saving, he was just the dude became like Tyron Lannister. The dude had Tyron Lannister hands, and that went straight. It touched his glove, and it went straight in. If you have Justice by a bit to the left, we've definitely saved that nice shot from area. But that was a good goal by area, and we were 2-0 down by then. At this point, we're just getting exposed and cooked from Brighton. Brighton were just taking advantage of us, but and we didn't have that much fight going on into the Brighton game. But until close to halftime, Richarlison got a goal back. I think Kudus or Bentancur or Odegaard they had some good sequence of passes towards him, and once the ball failed to Richarlison, he took his chance and it went straight in the goal past the goalkeeper. So we were 2-1 down by halftime. At this point, we're lucky enough not to be losing that much goals, and considering that we've gotten a goal back before halftime, we have definitely tried to get something out of this match. So it was 2-1 by halftime, and after the second half, I think Brighton had a chance as well. Ayari had a chance he could have converted, but luckily it went wide of the post. It was like attacked by Rudder, close to goal. He chipped it towards Vicario, but the defender stepped in to save it and went straight to Ayari, and the dude took another shot to try to recreate the same goal he did back when he scored on us, but it went straight wide of the post. So we got lucky there. We got very, very lucky there. So we brought on, I think, Xavi Simons for Bentancur. I think Bentancur wasn't doing that much, and he wasn't playing that well in the match. So we took him off, and after we took him off and brought on Xavi Simons in midfield, that's when our attackers started to improve. Like in the first half, I didn't see Kudus that much because the Brighton left back dealt with him pretty comfortable and he just frustrated him. But once Xavi Simons came on the bench, the dude has Kudus has started to improve a bit. I think Berger also improved as well, trying to get the ball wide at some occasions during the game. And as soon as we brought on Johnson also tried to help out as well. Also brought on Johnson as well. I think after Simmons came on, the dude had his first shot. He had a shot where he was outside the box. He took a wide shot, and luckily the Brighton keeper saved it. But that was a pretty good shot from him. It was unlucky that that didn't go in, but unfortunately, that Simmons is on the pitch. Brighton looked a bit more shakier. I think Kudus and Simmons were doing pretty well, linking up play and creating passes. And of course, I think Simmons had another chance where Kudus took a low ball towards the edge, and unfortunately, the ball from Simmons went wide. But we got our goal back eventually in the 82nd minutes where Kudus crossed it towards the penalty box. I think Pelling was trying to head the ball in, and one of Brighton's defenders, Van Hecke, he bounced straight off of him and went into the goal. So we went 2-2 up. So we were 2-0 down, back to 2-2. And I think we could have definitely won this game now that we brought on our attacking options, considering that in the last minute, Kudus had an opportunity to complete the comeback, essentially, to make it 3-2 to us. When he was outside the box, took a nice shot, a nice curling shot, but it was just off target. And if we have went in, that would have been game, set, match for us. We would have taken the points there. But unfortunately, after we equalized, we didn't really do that much. So we were a bit shaky at some points, but we had one chance that we could have made it 3-2, but it just went wide of the goalkeeper. So we leave the match with 1 point. I'm lucky that I think we should have gotten 3 points out of this, especially that with the way we were defending, we could have definitely, if we didn't defend poorly and given the ball away and allow Brighton attackers to have that much space, we have definitely taken something out of this match. We've definitely gotten 3 points, but unfortunately, we conceded two. But we were lucky enough to come back from two, and if we had converted more chances to score on Brighton, we have won the match and at least try to compete with Liverpool because they won all 5 of their matches currently. But it is what it is. We got the Carabao Cup next, and we got Doncaster at home, and then we got Wolves at home in our next match. So I think Frank set up the way Frank set up. I think he set up like that because he wanted to rest some important players for the Carabao Cup, which I think is an important match, and it will be embarrassment if we go out to Doncaster because we haven't won the Carabao Cup in over 17 years. So let's try to win this one this time. And we also need to make sure we don't lose to Wolves. Wolves have been pretty much poor this season. But we'll be the ones to give them their first win next week if we defend like that. So, like I said, not a good performance, but a draw's a draw. We fought back eventually, but could have done much better with our defense. But you just have to see. Well, gotta focus on the Carabao Cup next, and then Wolves next. So let's hope we can get our line for both of them, and let's see what's going to happen on Wednesday and next Saturday. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, turn notifications on for the channel. I'm out.